Welcome to a Ultimate Squad Builder, a special one this time, the National Family League team. So this is the all-family team. They just added Bruce Matthews and Howie Long as legends, and I was gonna do this anyway, but I thought with them two entering, why not do this now and do the all-family team? What I've done is I've filled the entire thing out already. Usually I do it as I go through, but I figured this way I'm least likely to miss people and I can round them up best because it's gonna go all over the positions, because obviously we're doing it by family rather than by position. Also, the order of the families is in no particular order. It's kind of in the order of top to bottom, but not really. So we start with the Matthews family, and the Matthews family runs deep in the NFL. Now, there's 4 players on the game available, but there's been so many more Matthews family members that have been in the NFL. So we start with Jake Matthews and his dad, Bruce Matthews, at left tackle and left guard. So Bruce Matthews, probably the most famous of all the Matthews. His son is Jake Matthews. His nephews and Jake Matthews' cousins are Clay Matthews and Casey Matthews. Now, Clay and Casey's father, Clay Matthews, also played in the NFL. So did one of their other cousins, probably a bunch of other Matthews as well. So then at right outside linebacker, we have Clay Matthews, and our backup middle linebacker is Casey Matthews. Not a bad haul for one family. Staying on the offensive line, we go for the Khalils. So Ryan Khalil is, of course, the older brother at center of Matt Khalil at left tackle of the Vikings, injured this season. Then onto the Pouncey twins. Marquise Pouncey we've shoved over to left guard for depth. Mike Pouncey down here at center. Both extremely good centers. Staying at center, we move on to the Kelceys. We've got Jason Kelce at center of the Eagles, and then Travis Kelce at tight end of the Chiefs. And if I didn't say already, they're brothers. Staying on the offensive line, we have Kyle Long. We move down to defensive end. We have his brother, Chris Long, his older brother. And then on the other side, we have their father, Howie Long. And that is quite the family line. Pun intended with line. Howie Long raised some incredibly good linemen. Then finishing off the line, we go with the Schwartz brothers. Jeff Schwartz at right guard and Mitchell Schwartz, I believe his older brother, at right tackle. Then we move on to maybe one of the more famed brother duos in the NFL right now, Martellus Bennett at tight end, and his brother, of course, Michael Bennett, playing defensive end for us. And then we finish off tight ends with our final tight end that's playing tight end, Vernon Davis, and his brother, Vontae Davis, who plays cornerback for the Indianapolis Colts. So going back to the offense, we now go quarterback. And now obviously Eli Manning with his brother Peyton Manning, but Peyton Manning's no longer in the game. We have Derek Carr, his brother David Carr, also not in the game. So technically our only counting quarterback for this is Josh McCown, whose brother Luke McCown is also still in the NFL. Then for our running back, we have Shane Vereen, who has a brother called Brock Vereen, who is currently, I believe, a free agent, but has played safety for a couple of teams in the NFL. Back to the offense again, we have Derek Watt, who of course is the younger brother of a little bit of a famous guy called JJ Watt. And then we move on to our first cousin-only pairing. Of course, we had Jake Matthews and Clay and Casey Matthews, who were cousins, but Jake Matthews was also the son of Bruce Matthews. First, only cousins, AJ Green, and then at safety, TJ Green. And now the main reason why I included these wasn't only because, you know, I needed the receiver, but also because if you're cousins but you're called AJ and TJ, I'll take it. And then playing wide receiver for us, because apparently there's not that many wide receiver brothers, we have Rob Gronkowski, who has no brothers available on Ultimate Team, but pretty much every single one of his brothers that has been available to play in the NFL has played in the NFL, and obviously he does have a brother currently somewhere in the NFL. I had to put this in while editing. I accidentally said Chris instead of Glenn. I got the wrong fullback Gronkowski brother. Glenn Gronkowski is still on the Patriots practice squad right now. But with that, we have finished the offense, and it's a pretty strong looking group. So finishing off the defense, we have free safety Devin McCourty and his twin brother Jason McCourty, cornerback for the Tennessee Titans. And then to finish off the cornerbacks, we have some more cousins, Antonio Cromartie and Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Again, I'm going to let cousins in when they have the same last name. There are a bunch of guys who are cousins of other players and stuff like that, but I've gone for the most obvious ones, mainly because they're also the ones I happen to know. And then to actually finish off the cornerbacks, because I forgot about him down there, Kyle Fuller, his brother in the NFL right now, Kendall Fuller, and they have 2 older brothers who also had relatively long NFL careers. That's 4 brothers all having decent NFL careers. Obviously, Kendall Fuller is a rookie this year, and Kyle Fuller's only played for a couple of years, but the 2 older brothers were around for a while, and these 2 look pretty good as well. That's some impressive genetics there in the Fuller family. For defensive tackle, I've put Cameron Hayward in, who doesn't have a family member on Ultimate Team, but his father was a fullback in the NFL. He was a first-round draft pick, just like his son Cameron Hayward, we needed the guy at defensive tackle anyway. Obviously, we could have put JJ Watt, Michael Bennett there, but I thought, why not mention him as well? Again, something else I have to put in later. I forgot to talk about Eric and Michael Kendricks. I forgot to mention them. I don't know how, because they make the linebackers look very impressive. Michael Kendricks, the older brother, was drafted in 2012 with the 46th overall pick, and then Eric Kendricks, the younger brother, comes in and is picked with the 45th overall pick in 2015. One pick earlier. Then we move on to special teams, where we have the Colquitt brothers, Dustin Colquitt and Britton Colquitt. No kickers that I could find that have brothers in the NFL anywhere. And what better head coach is there than, of course, Rex Ryan, whose twin brother Rob Ryan was also a head coach in the NFL previously and was his defensive coordinator at the Buffalo Bills. So technically, actually, Rex Ryan is a terrible choice because he's the only choice that's no longer a head coach in the NFL. And that finishes the all-family team. I wish NFL was a better anagram. We'll have to go for the National Family League. And an 86 team overall, an 87 rated offense, 84 defense. To bring all these guys together for the holidays, you'll need a budget of over 3 million coins on Xbox One and 3.15 million on PlayStation 4. So not cheap, but it's always nice to bring the family together over the holidays. And what a team this would be with all these guys in it.